Good evening, and welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KD8VYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2526 with a release date of Friday, March 27th, 2026 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Hams respond to historic flooding in Hawaii. The Autism Awareness Special Event gets underway around the world. And get out on the air just by getting out. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2526 comes your way right now. From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's first independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now reporting from Charleston, West Virginia, here's Jim Dameron, N8TMW. Our top story takes us to Hawaii, which was slammed with two so-called atmospheric river storms that brought heavy rains and high winds flooding all the state's islands and sweeping many houses off their foundations. Aries and RACES hams were activated, providing real-time ground reports for weather and field information on Oahu and Maui. ARRL Pacific Section Manager Allen, KH6TU/AD6E, told Newsline in an email that VHF linked repeater systems carried individual voice reports sent to EOCs. Meanwhile, Federal Emergency ICS 213 forms were transmitted carrying messages and incident reports over peer-to-peer WinLink via VHF or on HF. As emergency crews cleared landslides and repaired communications and power lines, hams continued to update road and weather conditions, assisting with coordinated communications. As Newsline went to production, recovery continued after what was being called the state's worst flooding in 2 decades. Even as Canada moves to shut down its nationwide weather radio services, lawmakers in the U.S. are looking to commit funds that would modernize and expand the radio network of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency. Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, brings us up to date.
Lawmakers in Washington, D.C. have moved ahead with their commitment to invest $100 million in improved antennas and transmitter equipment to expand coverage for the VHF weather service of NOAA. A bipartisan measure that authorizes the expense was passed recently by members of the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. An estimated 1,030 such weather stations hold licenses to operate on 162 megahertz. The antenna and transmitter additions and upgrades focus on NOAA's weather service in remote areas of the U.S. that have a higher risk of extreme weather. Beyond the VHF improvements, the bill calls for NOAA to explore options on the microwave band to further strengthen the network's ability to communicate warnings about hazardous conditions. Other language in the bill directs NOAA to explore the possibilities of satellite backup or partnerships with commercial providers. The action in Washington stands in sharp contrast to a recent announcement by the Meteorological Service of Canada, that nation's equivalent of NOAA, that it was ending weather radio, its own national VHF weather radio service. The U.S. lawmakers' measure moves next for a vote in the full House, but is yet not on the calendar. The action on Capitol Hill comes almost a year after the White House announced that the administration was looking to cut NOAA's weather research centers, particularly those focused on understanding climate change. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DTY.
Amateur Radio's largest international cooperative special event is getting on the air for a week with an important message about people with autism. Kevin Trotman, N5PRE, explains the commitment that unites this worldwide team.
Now in its 4th year, the World Autism Awareness Week special event will again carry the message that it's okay to be different. It's a theme uniting amateurs across oceans with call signs that include W8VPV here in the United States and others in participating nations such as Italy, South Africa, Russia, New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Israel, Israel and West Malaysia. This week-long special event begins on Wednesday, the 1st of April. It has gained momentum as it brings advocacy on the air for those with autism spectrum disorder, a developmental disorder seen among people of all races and nationalities. More details about the event and its call signs, as well as useful information about autism spectrum disorder, can be found on the QRZ.com page of W2A. This is Kevin Trotman in 5TRE.
The European Space Agency has announced plans to charter a flight to the ISS for its astronauts and some international partners. Dave Lee, M7TLB, fills us in on the details.
Just 2 years before the International Space Station's scheduled retirement, it's expected to receive a crew of European astronauts delivered via a chartered SpaceX Crew Dragon mission. Josef Aschbacher, Director General of the European Space Agency, said at a March 19 press briefing that the ESA was chartering the flight to give the agency's astronauts an experience aboard the ISS to conduct research before the spacecraft is decommissioned and deorbited in 2030. The trip by the provided institutional crew is being proposed for early 2028. The ESA expects to include international partners in the mission, but has not named any potential partner nations, nor has it said how many non-ESA astronauts will be included. Both the UAE and Australian Space Agency's websites report that agreements were signed in recent years with the European Space Agency committing to deeper collaboration in space exploration initiatives. This is Dave Lee, M7TLB.
A weekly net has begun exploring how amateur radio can provide mentorship at historically black colleges and universities in the United States. Travis Lisk, N3ILS, tells us what's being planned.
The OMIC Amateur Radio Association has launched the first of its Tuesday night nets designed to build connections with historically black college and universities throughout the U.S. The ham radio organization was originally created in August of 1952 as a welcoming group for black amateurs seeking membership without having to face discrimination. OMIC eventually hopes to extend its expertise and the hand of friendship to many of the more than 100 historically black U.S. campuses and their faculty, alumni, parents, and students. Net check-ins begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Tuesdays, which is 0100 UTC Wednesday, on the OMIC conference server on Echolink. The net is one part of the group's emerging commitment to the campuses. For OMIC members, the goal will ultimately bring opportunities to provide service and make connections across the generations. On-campus visits and even on-air activations will help students gain mentors in STEM and STEAM learning and, of course, amateur radio. Net controller Jesse Alexander, WB2IFS, the developer of the program, said that the net is just the beginning. This is Travis Lisk, N3ILS.
Despite equipment failures, winter weather closures, and operator illness, the W7P Pluto Discovery Anniversary Special event concluded on February 22nd with strong results. Randy Sly, W4XJ, has the details.
The team of amateurs for Whiskey 7 Papa, while operating portable much of the time from the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, along with Whiskey 7 Papa Stroke 0, and Whiskey 7 Papa Stroke Portable, made over 6,500 QSOs with 81 countries. In its 6-year history, this event saw significantly higher single sideband results and the second highest volume of QSL cards ever received. Doug Tombaugh, N3PDT, nephew of Clyde Tombaugh, the astronomer who discovered Pluto in 1930, along with his team of operators in the Kansas City area, made over 2,200 contacts as Whiskey 7 Papa Stroke 0, which was a 70% increase over last year. Organizers heard from the special events chasers that they learned more about Pluto than they ever knew, and especially enjoyed being able to speak with Doug. Bob Wirtz, NF7E, the event coordinator, told Newsline that despite a rocky start, Whiskey 7 Papa was a success by every meaningful measure. Strong QSO totals, excellent public engagement, and enthusiastic feedback from operators worldwide. This is Randy Sly, W4XJ.
Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the AA9RT repeater on Sundays at 7 p.m. local time in St. Clair, Illinois. A respected radio operator in India who could be counted on to provide vital support in calamities has become a silent key. We hear more about him from Graham Kemp, VK4BB.
Radio amateurs who knew and operated their radios alongside S. Aruna Kumar, W8VPV, were remembering his kind and helpful nature and how it complemented his radio skills. The National Institute of Amateur Radio, where he was once on staff, reported that he became a silent key at midnight on the 17th of March in Rajasthan. The notice said that during his work at the National Institute and later with the Brahma Kumaris, he was active in helping with emergency communication and disaster relief. S. Aruna Kumar was 57. This is Graham Kemp, VK4BB.
The Radio Club of America and International Wireless Communications Expo honored 5 young communications professionals, including at least one ham radio operator, at a special breakfast on Thursday, March 19th during the 2026 IWC Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada. Daniel Garcia, W2DIY, tells us who they are.
The Young Professionals program of the RCA and IWCE celebrates industry professionals who have at least 2 years of experience in wireless communications and who are no more than 40 years of age. The RCA website calls these young professionals, quote, the next generation of innovators shaping the field, end quote. This year, the program recognized at least one amateur radio operator, Andy Huen, KA6NDY, a telecommunications system engineer in the Interoperable Radio Systems Division of the County of Los Angeles' Internal Services Department. His work on the Spectrum Management Team includes a specialty in interference mitigation. He also supports mission-critical public safety communications. Other honorees are Precious Fodor, who serves as the National Service Manager at Eastern Communications Limited, Max Johnson, an electrical engineer at Dark Wolf Ventures in Colorado, a firm specializing in advanced radio and satellite communication systems. Sean Martin, a sales professional in the aerospace and defense industry. And Chris Vargas, whose 10-year career in sales has most recently brought him into consumer electronics. He is presently working for ICOM. The group was praised by attendees for their achievements and for the promise their careers hold in shaping the field of wireless communications in new directions. This is Daniel Garcia, W2DIY.
A special event remembering one of history's most famous ocean liners is approaching. Jeremy Boot, G4NJH, has those details.
Mark the date of the 14th of April on your calendar. If you know your history, you'll recall that at 23:40 ship's time on that day, the RMS Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic, bringing its inaugural sailing to a fatal end. Mark this year's calendar as well from 0000 UTC on the 10th of April to 23:59 on the 15th of April. That time period marks the date of the luxury liner's voyage from Southampton, which ended with its sinking. The Titanic Memorial Special Event Station, EG 1912T, will be on the air using all modes HF, VHF, UHF and SHF during that period, organized by the Union of Radio Amateurs of Vigo Val Minor. A number of Spanish citizens were on board the ship. The activation will focus on CW to honor Jack Phillips and Harold Bride, the first and second telegraphers on board. The activation also honors Hal Cottam, the telegrapher on board the Carpathia, the first ship to make a rescue effort at the site of the doomed Titanic. There will be a special QSL card for hams contacting EG 1912T in CW, while other QSLs will be sent via the Bureau, EQSL, and Logbook of the World. This is Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
In the world of DX, operators are calling QRZ with the call sign S21WD from Bangladesh until the 1st of April. They're operating from islands in the Kulna-Barisal region group, IOTA number AS140. Listen for them on 160 through 10 meters, where they're using CW, SSB, and digital modes. They're also making contacts by way of the QO100 satellite. Robert DM7XX is on the air using SSB from Zambia as 9J2RO until the 30th of March. He's operating at the Fountain Gate Crafts and Trade School. He'll participate in the CQWPX SSB contest on March 28th and 29th. Listen for Helmet DF7EE operating from Madeira as CT9/DF7EE until the 1st of April. He'll participate in the CQWPX SSB contest using the call sign CQ3W. His license permits operation on 60 meters, so expect to hear him on this band outside of the contest. A team of operators will be using the special call sign GB0OH while on the Isle of Lewis, IOTA number EU010 in the Outer Hebrides in Scotland from the 11th through to the 17th of April. A contact here also counts toward the Worked All Britain Award as Square NB53. Listen on the bands between 40 to 10 meters. Activity will be mainly SSB with some FT8. For QSL and additional operating details about these stations, see their pages on QRZ.com. For any listeners who believe you have to be a de-expeditioner, a POTA or SOTA activator, or even a field day participant to find adventure, our final story of this week is about to prove you wrong. Just hear what Ralph Squillace, KK6ITB, has to say.
The most important connections we make in amateur radio aren't the ones we solder on the workbench or fasten with a TL259 in the field. So says Jacques Redmond, WW1ZRD, founder of Out on the Air, an amateur radio activity that focuses on connections that are human to human. You can make them on a hilltop, a sidewalk, or even in your garden. Jacques created the website outontheair.com to encourage hams to get off their couches and out of their houses or apartments and give it a try. The idea is as simple as sunshine itself. Or, as he says on his website, call CQ from a rooftop or a beach at midnight. He writes, quote, if you left home and you're on the air, you're out on the air, end quote. Jacques, whose preferred mode for now is SSB, at least until he learns CW, treasures the sound of a real human voice as it rises above the noise. To him, it, quote, captures everything I love about ham radio, end quote. He said that in the week or so since the activity launched along with the website, radio operators have registered from around the world and begun working toward the different awards. It's no surprise that those awards, like the operating locations themselves, are all registered on the honor system. That's because Jacques believes first in humans on the air. This is Ralph Squillace, KK6ITB.
With thanks to Amateur Radio Daily, Associated Press, Alan Meachin, AD6E/KH6TU, Australian Space Agency, Bob Wirtz, NF7E, David Behar, K7DB, Facebook, Jacques Redmond, WW1ZRD, Jesse Alexander, WB2IFS, Michael Miller, KH6ML, National Institute of Amateur Radio, QRZ.com forums, Radio Club of America, Radio World, Radio Society of Great Britain, ShortwaveRadio.de, Space News, Stacy Holbrook, KH6OWL, Wireless Institute of Australia, and you, our listeners, that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org, and know we appreciate you all. We also remind listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Jim Dameron, NATMW in Charleston, West Virginia, saying 73. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2026. Amateur Radio Newsline retains ownership of its material even when retransmitted elsewhere. All rights are reserved.
This concludes our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. Net to start in about 8 minutes.
Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday evening VHF UHF net. My name is John and my call is W03X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest at a club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirming each call, 1 at a time. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until the activity slows down, and then I'll go 1 at a time. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been worked, I will give one last call for check-ins, and then I'll close the net after repeating the announcements. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Since this is the 5th Monday of a month, we will be on a different band, and so this evening we will be on 17 meters on or about 18.127 megahertz upper sideband. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Oh wait, let me give some announcements here. Okay, the next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be Wednesday, April 8th. And the main topic will be the Hamfest And so that meeting will be at 7 p.m., both in person and on Zoom. In person, it will be at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ in Cuyahoga Falls, which has a listed address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the meeting by going to their parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard. Then enter the building where the entrance is just off the corner of the parking lot. Again, it starts at 7 p.m., and so if you are going to attend via Zoom, which you can be an active participant, we can hear you, you can hear us. If you have your camera on, we can see you, and you can see us. You can see us even if you don't have your camera on. Okay, so let's see. So this is Whiskey and Victor Papa Victor. Are there any officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club?
Whiskey 8, Echo Zulu Tango.
Whiskey 8, Echo Zulu Tango. Go ahead, Frank.
Good evening, John. Everybody out there. As you may know, the Cuyahoga Falls annual Hamfest, Spring Hamfest, is coming up. That will be in a week and a half, April 11th. That's the weekend, Saturday after Easter Sunday, the previous week. We need volunteers there. We will be going over final details on the meeting on the 8th. So please, if you're going to be volunteering at the Hamfest, please attend that meeting. We're going to be going over setup details, frequencies in use, procedures, things like that. So we definitely need you in there. So other than that, we're doing very good. I think we're either sold out or close to sold out table-wise, and we sold a lot of advance sale tickets. I will have advance sale tickets at the meeting. It'll be the last opportunity to buy them and save $1. Of course, that gets you in the drawing. All right, that's all I've got. Please check me in, John. I do have an antenna that should work on 17 meters, so hopefully they'll hear me at 9:30 tonight. That's all I got. Back to net, W8EZT.
Okay, Frank, very good. Let's see. I wonder when will we see like a request for volunteer examiners? Over.
Gosh, gee, that should be put out by Jim Grover. You're right, I have not seen that yet. I will see him Friday. If not before then, I'll drop him an email and ask him if he wants to put that request out.
Okay, yeah, very good, because that's what I plan to participate Saturday morning as a volunteer examiner.
Very good. I'd love to do it, but of course I'll be busy with other things, so glad you're able to contribute to the effort. All right, thanks, John. I'll hand it back to you, W8EZT.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Frank, and so I have you on the list here. Hope to hear you at 9:30. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic. Are there any other officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club? Please call now.
Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
AC8XO, go ahead, Vince.
Well, everybody should know it's the end of the month. My regular contributors know my complaint emails go out. So anybody that wants to put something in the newsletter, now's the time to really get down and get it done, because April Fool's Day is on its way. That's Wednesday. The newsletter will be published either before or after Easter. I'm not going to go and send anything on Sunday. And break for time. John, between you and Frank. Frank said 17 meters, and I thought you said 160 meters. So correct me if I'm wrong. I thought today was one of those where you're going to be out there in the wire that goes from here to eternity versus the short wire that you'd need for 18 megahertz. Anyway, AC8XO, back to net.
No, it's springtime now, so spring, summer, and fall, we don't do 160 meters. We do 17 meters or 12 meters. So today it's going to be 17 meters, 18.127 megahertz or so.
Well, if I'm up that late, I will actually try. Anyway, AC8XO, back to net. Something didn't work right, John.
Yeah, it worked right.
That means I didn't work right. All right, go back to the net. I'm done. Thanks for running the net. I'm going to go back to watching TV. AC8XO, clear.
Okay, Vince, very good. Yeah, maybe we'll hear you there on 17 meters, 18.127 megahertz, upper sideband. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor. Are there any other officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club? Please call now. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic, asking for check-ins. I'll take 5 at a time. Let me acknowledge your call sign each, one at a time.
November 7, Whiskey Alpha Mike, N7, WAM, Bill in Macedonia.
Oh, Bill, is that a new call sign for you?
Yes, that's affirmative, John. As of the 17th of March, it is my new call.
Okay, great. People will be thinking they're making a contact with somebody way out west there. Yeah, very good. Congratulations. Okay, we'll get back with you in a moment. Any other check-ins, please call now.
KDAVYT.
KB8VYT, I have you on there. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Papa Bravo.
KF8EPB, I have you on there, Brian. Another check-in, please.
KC8JZK.
KC8JZK, I have you on the list. Another check-in, please. One more check-in.
KF8, AVD, Tony, Merriman Valley, in and out tonight.
Okay, Tony, I have you as in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, let's go back up to the top of this group here, and so that would be Bill, K7, Whiskey Alpha Mike. I think I got that right. Go ahead, Bill.
Victor Papa Victor. It's November 7, Whiskey Alpha Mike. Good evening, John. Everybody else on the net. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, the idea behind my call, November 7, that's my birthday, and WAM, my initials. I put in for it and I got it. So, glad about that. Looking forward to the Hamfest. I plan on attending the meeting on the 8th, and I'm hoping I hear from Jim, because when I passed my general, I talked to him about being a VE. He said he's going to get me all set up and use me at the Hamfest, but I had to, at the time I was still waiting for my new call, so I had to wait till then. So hopefully I'll help out with that, but I plan on being there. So looking forward to seeing everyone at the meeting. N7 WAM, W8VPV. I'll be clear. Have a good week all, and happy Easter to you, John, and everybody else. I'll be clear. 73.
Okay, Bill, very good. Yeah, congratulations on that. That's great. N7 WAM. Very good. Okay, and yeah, have a happy Easter also. Okay, let's see. So next on the list is KB8VYT. No, KD8VYT. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kilo Delta 8 Victor Yankee Tango. This is Russ. Just checking in, saying hi to everybody. I'm going to try and check in on 17 meters, but I haven't used 17 meters in a long time. So 80 meters didn't work for me last week. We'll see what happens this week. Anyway, everybody have a happy Easter, and this is KD8VYT 73.
Okay, Russ, very good. Hope to hear you on 17 meters this evening. Okay, next is Brian, KFADPB. Go ahead, Brian, with your comments.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, this is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Papa Bravo. Good evening, John, everyone on the net. Hope everyone's doing good. As far as radio goes, I didn't participate in the contesting on HF this weekend, but I did make a lot of contacts because of it. Okay, made contact with the Galapagos Islands and a few other cool places. But other than that, I should hear you guys on 17. My new antenna works pretty good on that, and I hope to see everyone at the meeting before the Hamfest. With that, I'll hand it back to you, John. This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Papa Bravo 73.
Okay, Brian, very good. Good to hear from you here on this VHF UHF net, and probably hear you pretty well on 17 meters later today. Thanks for checking in. Okay, next was KC8JZK. Go ahead with your comments.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is KC8JZK. I really didn't have much for the group. I didn't get a chance to really hang in and out, but just trying to get back into amateur radio after quite a long hour. Hope to see everyone around. And is the Hamfest in the usual location that it was when I was a member of the Falls Club, or did they move it?
It's at the Amidio Party Center there on the corner of Bath Road and State Road. Is that what you recall?
Yeah, that was it. And I know it's been a while, but yeah, that's it. And that's all I have. KJZ.
Okay, yeah, and it's on Saturday, April 11th. I think it was either 2015 or 2016 we switched to Saturday. It used to be on Sunday before that, but somewhere around that time we switched to Saturday. So April 11th is a Saturday. So hope to see you there. Okay, let's see. KF8AVD, Tony was in and out, so we're at the bottom of the list. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha KF8 DTA Jeff, New Franklin.
KF8 DTA, I have you on the list. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
K8PU.
K8PU, I have you on the list, Larry. Another check-in, please. Okay, well, the activity has slowed down, so we'll go up to KF8 DTA. Go ahead with your comments. This is John W3X at the mic for Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor VHF UHF Net.
Good evening, John. Good evening, net participants. This is KF8 DTA. Thanks for being there tonight. Thanks for hanging out and giving me a call back. Played some POTA last week. Was visiting family in New York and had a lot of fun. Just wanted to give you one for the books. KF8 DTA. Back to you, John.
Okay, Jeff. Yeah, very good. Thanks for checking in. 73. Have a good evening, and do you think you'll be able to work 17 meters?
I am not sure if my antenna will tune it up. I know my vertical will, but that's all packed up for POTA, so I'll try. KF8 DTA, clear.
Okay, Jeff, I'll listen for you. Yeah, I'll be running a little vertical here. Okay, so hope to hear you there. Next was Larry, K8PU. Go ahead, Larry, with your comments.
John, everybody on the net, nice weather. Hope you get them antennas fixed. That looks like it's going to be nice for quite a while now. Half my neighbors are already mowed. I don't need to yet. You know, John, you mentioned the test thing the other night. I couldn't make the session after I said I would. So I talked to Jim Friday night. Of course, told him that I was going to do the Hamfest session. And he said he was going to put out a notice online to get that lined up. So that's what he told me Friday, and it should be probably showing up any time now, but I definitely volunteered for that too. Oh, see, aside from that, yeah, I'll get you on 17 meters at 9:30, and hope everybody has a good one. Keep safe, and hope we all do it again next week. So back to you, John. W8VPV, K8PU.
Yeah, okay, Larry. Yeah, I'll watch for that email from Jim Grover about the volunteer exam session there at the Hamfest. Very good. Thanks for checking in, and we'll probably hear you pretty good on 17 meters later today. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic, asking for check-ins. I'll go one at a time now.
Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Kilo, in and out.
Kilo Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Kilo. I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in. 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Quebec Romeo, KE8TQR.
KE8TQR, go ahead, Keith.
Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, this is KE8TQR. Good evening, John. Thanks for taking my check-in, and good evening to everyone else here on the net. So, what's been going on here? Oh, I did participate in the contest this last weekend. I wasn't contesting, but I did make 55 contacts. One of them being Israel, which I pat myself on the back for because I've heard Israel before, but I've never been able to make it a two-way contact. So anyway, I did get Israel on 15 meters. And today I did get two other contacts. One was Easter Island, and then the other one was the French, whatever the islands are over there. It escapes me. It's tough getting old sometimes. But anyway, yeah, they were down there in the same area. But anyway, I got those as well. Just thought I'd stop in here real quick and wish everyone a great Monday night and great rest of the weekend. I will be, I'm going to write that in stone, we'll be at the meeting next week because I know we got the Ham Fest coming up really quick. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you, John, and I wish everyone a great evening. This is KE8TQR, saying 73, and God bless.
Okay, Keith, very good. I operated that WPX contest for a little bit. Let's see, I'll have to look at my log. I'm not sure if I made any contacts Friday, because it ran from 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday till 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Sunday, 48 hours. With the stipulation that one person would only operate for 36 hours with at least a 60-minute break for a non-operating period. So I made 35 contacts, and I'm not sure what all countries. I'll have to look at that and see. But yeah, a lot of them were overseas. I didn't. It may have been half and half, United States and DX. So I'll take a look at that log. I already submitted it. It has to be in pretty soon. Maybe by 8 p.m. tomorrow, or maybe earlier. So that's the story on that contest there. So thanks for checking in, and hope to hear you on 17 meters. Okay, we'll clear with KE8TQR. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic calling for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any. I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. Okay, so the next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be April 8th, and that's Wednesday of next week, and the new starting time is 7 p.m., both in person and on Zoom. So if you're going to attend in person, we're asking anybody attending in person to bring one canned good food item, anything except tomato soup. I guess they have an overabundance of that, but that's as a token of appreciation for their letting us use their facility for our meeting. So again, that's at 7 p.m. Wednesday, April 8th, and the location is the United United Church of Christ in Cuyahoga Falls, and which has a listed address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the meeting by going to their parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard, and enter the building where the entrance is just off the corner of the parking lot. And if you're going to attend via Zoom, the link will be on our website, and that's www.cfarc.org, and scroll down along the right side of the screen there to that date. It won't be on there yet. It's on there when it's close to the day for the meeting, and the Zoom link is on there. And so you can be an active participant. We can hear you, and you can hear us, and you'll be able to see us, and if you have your camera on, we can see you. So Zoom is a good way of attending if you can't be in person. Okay, let's see. Get your articles into the newsletter editor, so they go to it's newsletter editor at cfarc.org, where newsletter editor is one word. The Hamfest is April 11th, and there is a sign-up sheet for volunteers. And so if you haven't signed up yet, take a look at that and let us know what you can help us with at the Hamfest, both Friday evening and Saturday morning, either one of those or both. If you can help out with part of the activity. Let's see here. So next Monday will be Skywarn training going on there in Akron, behind the Acme #1 grocery store. And that's the Summit County Health Department, I think. If you want to take Skywarn training, go to www.summitARES.org, where Summit ARES is one word. And scroll down and you'll see a link there to sign up. That is the April 6th session at starting at 6 p.m. Okay, that's all that I have in the way of announcements at this time. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any, and preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my call is W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 12 check-ins counting myself, and return the repeater to normal customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:03 p.m. local time, 7/3, and the net will be on or about 18.127 megahertz upper sideband at 9:30 p.m. This is W8VPV. I'll be clear.
Good job, John. Hopefully we'll catch you tonight on 17 meters. W8EZT clear.